So today in this session I am going to explain the revaluation account, partners capital account and the new balance sheet. So only I will show you the imaginary figures. So revaluation account is the first step under admission and retirement of a partner. So revaluation account, it shows the increase and decrease in the value of assets and liabilities. So revaluation account is also called as profit and loss adjustment account. So this is also called as a profit and loss adjustment account. Why it is called as profit and loss adjustment account? So because under revaluation account we will record only the adjustment, that is the additional information which was provided in the question, that is after the balance sheet. You know, for a 12 marks question, second year, that is +2, first under retirement and admission of a partner you will get the question, a balance sheet, and then additional information. That additional information means the adjustment here. So under revaluation account we will record only adjustments related to the assets and liabilities. For example, increase in the value of assets, decrease in the value of assets, outstanding expenses, prepaid expenses, all those adjustments will be recorded here, except the adjustments like brought new partner capital and next new partner goodwill. So capital and goodwill brought by the new partner, so that information will ignore here. Capital and goodwill brought by the new partner, that should be recorded under second step, that is the partner's capital account. Now revaluation account is also called as nominal account. So why it is a nominal account? You know, nominal account will record all the expenses and losses. Under nominal account we will record all the expenses and losses and incomes and gains. So here also same, debit side will record all the expenses, debit side will record all the expenses and losses. So debit side expenses and losses, and credit side incomes and gains, incomes and gains. So it's clear that revaluation account is a nominal account. Debit side will record all the expenses and losses, and credit side will record all the incomes and gains. Now let us discuss what are the expenses and losses and incomes and gains. First, assets decreased, depreciation on fixed assets, decreasing the value of so fixed asset, that is a depreciation we can say here. So depreciation will be recorded a debit side here. So in adjustment, if you get any depreciation on fixed assets like depreciation on furniture, depreciation on machinery, that depreciation we have to record. Depreciation means decreasing in the value of fixed assets, reduced less than the book value. So all it is under depreciation. So depreciation will be recorded debit side. Now opposite side, assets increases, assets increases. You know, especially building value will increase every year. So appreciation on building, appreciation on building is an income. So incomes will be recorded credit side. So let it be any appreciation on a fixed assets, appreciation on fixed assets, that is increasing the value of assets, so that will be recorded credit aside. Next, outstanding expenses. Outstanding expenses means the unpaid expenses, what partners has not paid, that has to be paid, that has to be paid, so that we can call as outstanding expenses. For example, outstanding salary, outstanding outstanding interest, outstanding commission, outstanding interest. So what partnership firm has not paid, that has to be paid in the future, that we can call as outstanding expenses. Next, come to the opposite side, income side, prepaid expenses. Prepaid, the expense which has already paid in advance. For example, partnership firm, they have paid in advance rent for the full year. Insurance, they have paid in advance for the full year. So that you can call as the prepaid expenses here. Example, prepaid rent, prepaid insurance. So all is an prepaid expenses, examples of prepaid expenses. So outstanding expenses, next under third step, outstanding expenses will treat it as a liability, that is unpaid, what partners has to pay is a liability, and then this prepaid expenses will treat it as assets, will preparing the balance sheet. Next, bad debts. Bad debts, RBD, PBD. So you know, bad debts, the amount which cannot be recovered by the partnership firm, that is complete loss. If losses increases, RBD increased, PBD increased, provision for bad debts, reserve for doubtful debts, so complete is a loss. If loss increases, if losses increases, that is loss only should be recorded debit side. So it's clear that bad debts, RBD, PBD. So this is very important adjustment. So always you will get this adjustment on debtors. RBD at 5% on debtors means you have to calculate 5% on the debtors amount. So RBD even on bills receivable also. So increased means RBD increase means the losses is increasing here, thus have to be recorded the debit side. Next, if bad debts recovered, bad debts, RBD, PBD, decrease to no longer necessary, not required. So if it is bad debts recover, that will be treated as a income, that will be treated as a income. If bad debts, RBD, PBD increase, a debit side. If it is a decrease, if bad debts recover, that will be recorded the credit side. Next, unrecorded liability. The liability is not recorded in the books, that is not given in the balance sheet. So separately has so given in the adjustment, that is unrecorded means not recorded in the books. So any unrecorded liability, so debit side we have to record, and credit side unrecorded asset. Unrecorded assets should be recorded credit side. Next, increase in liability, debit side. Next, decrease in liability, credit side. So these are the adjustments will be recorded under a revaluation account. So this is the expenses and losses, and credit side incomes and gains. So under admission and retirement, so this is the first step you have to prepare, that is revaluation account. Now after recording all the expenses, losses, incomes and gains, you have to close the account here. You have to close the account. So this is imaginary figure. You have to close the accounts here. Suppose these are the amounts. So if incomes are more, so that is credit side. Incomes, if you get more, so incomes minus expenses, you will get the profit here. You will get the profit. So this profit distributed among the old partner in case of admission of a partner. So this profit distributed among the old partners, in their old ratio. So this profit transferred to partners capital account. So example, so this profit should be distributed among the old partners. So here I taken A and B are old partners. So this profit you have to share among the old partners in the old ratio. In which ratio? Old ratio. So in the absence of old ratio, so this revaluation account profit or loss should be distributed equally among the old partners. Suppose debit side more value. So debit side, that is expenses, if you get a more. So here, so credit side will get the loss. So loss or a profit. Loss or a profit transfer to the next step. Transfer to the next step, that is partners capital account. So this profit transfer to partners capital account, credit side. Suppose if you get loss transfer to partners capital account, debit side. So while preparing revaluation account, we have to remember under revaluation account we have to record only adjustment, that is the additional information. So all the adjustments we have to record it except the capital and goodwill brought by the new partner. So this is the first step. So in case of retirement of a partner, so rules is same. Rules is same, that is debit side all the expense losses, credit side all the incomes and gains. But sharing a revaluation account profit or loss. Under retirement of a partner, this revaluation account profit or loss, you have to share all the partners in their old profit sharing ratio. Got it? So the difference under admission and retirement. In admission, this revaluation account profit or loss, we have to share only old partners in old ratio. Whereas under retirement of a partnership firm, this revaluation account profit or loss, we have to share all the partners in their old profit sharing ratio. Now second step under admission and retirement, that is partners capital account. So this is combined partners capital account. So here if you are not preparing a separate individual capital accounts, so that time we can prepare a combined partners capital account. Now so any transactions related to the partners, those transactions, those entries are recorded under a partners capital account. So this is the imaginary figure of a partners capital account. So debit side, so example, so A and B are old partners, so C will be considered as a new partner. So credit side, A, B, old partner, C, considered as a new partner. So under a partner's capital account, first we had to transfer, first we had to record their capitals, that is capitals which has given in the question, that is in the old balance sheet. So that is balance brought down. Balance brought down. So this is the capitals. So these capitals where we will get in the balance sheet. Next, again from the old balance sheet only we have to record reserve fund, general reserve. Next, profit and loss. Accumulated profit or loss which has given in the old balance sheet, that we have to record. And this reserve fund, general reserve, we have to share among the old partners in their old ratio. Which ratio? Old ratio. So only with the two partners. So first, under partners capital account, three entries you have to pass. That is their capitals first, then general reserve, reserve fund, and profit and loss. So this you will get it in the balance sheet, that is old balance sheet. Then other entries, next revaluation account. So already I explained you the revaluation account is the first step. So as per the first step, if you get profit under revaluation account, so under revaluation account profit will get debit side. So if you get profit debit side, so here we have to transfer credit side. This is revaluation account to profit. So profit only with the two partners. Then suppose if you get loss, revaluation account credit side. So loss, revaluation account loss, we have to record debit side. Only we have to share, we have to record only with the old partners. The next, the very important is a goodwill here. So goodwill, the treatment of goodwill is very important in admission of a partner. We had four cases, four situations we have on goodwill. So today I will show you the two cases, case 1 and 2. So in situation 1 and 2, the new partner goodwill amount brought in the form of cash. You know, the new partner will bring the goodwill amount towards the old partners. First I will bring the capital, and then along with the capital you bring the goodwill amount. If the new partner bring goodwill amount in the form of cash, cash, that goodwill amount we have to share only old partners, because new partner will bring the goodwill amount only towards the old partner, and this should be shared in a sacrifice ratio. So case 1 and 2, if new partner brings goodwill amount in the form of cash, that goodwill we have to share in sacrifice ratio. Sacrifice by the old partners towards a new partner at the time of admitting a partner into the partnership from business. So this sacrifice ratio, in the absence of sacrifice ratio, example, so in the question he has given the old ratio, sacrifice ratio has not given in the adjustment. So that time, so this goodwill amount we can share only in the absence of sacrifice ratio, we can share in the old ratio itself. Suppose case 1, goodwill brought in the form of cash, that goodwill withdrawn by the old partners. So withdrawn means they will take the cash. You know, the goodwill brought by the new partner towards the old partner. Old partners, they have the option, they can withdraw. if they withdrawn, so here cash account, that is goodwill withdrawn. Goodwill withdrawn. If it is not withdrawn, retain into the business. Retain into the business means the partners, they won't take the goodwill amount. That goodwill amount, they will continue in the business. If they will continue, this goodwill amount, we have to add along with the cash. Cash means the cash balance which has given in the old balance sheet. We will preparing a new balance sheet. Cash plus new partners capital plus a goodwill. If it is withdrawn, goodwill we have to ignore, or we can minus a goodwill in a cash plus capital minus a goodwill. So, this is case 1 and case 2. If it is withdrawn, debit side we have to record, and in balance sheet we have to minus. Or second case, if it is not withdrawn, retain, this goodwill amount should be added in cash account, or in the balance sheet we can show cash plus capital plus goodwill. So, next last cash, that is cease capital. Cease capital will be recorded in cease column. Cash. So, this is capital of C. So, goodwill and capital brought by the new partner, we will get it in the adjustment, that is the additional information in the question. So, whatever the question he has given, first in question you will get the balance sheet, then additional information. In additional information, this information you will get, that is capital and goodwill. So, capital of a new partner. So, it is clear that under partners capital account, first we have to record the capitals of old partners which has given in the old balance sheet, reserve fund, general reserves, profit and loss account. Suppose if you get profit and loss account, asset side, so that will be the loss. So, loss is recorded here. For example, here this PL account loss. So, where we get, this is in the balance sheet. So, if we get liability side, here only. Next, then revaluation account profit. If we get loss, debit side we have to record. Next, goodwill and cash account, that is cash or bank account, capital brought by the new partner in a new partners column. So, after passing these entries, we can close it here. So, credit balance, if you get more, credit balance minus debit balance. So, this balance balance transfer to balance sheet, balance carried down. So, this value should be transferred to balance sheet by balance brought down. So, this transfer to a new balance sheet. So, old balance sheet will get in the question. So, new balance sheet we have to prepare. First, revaluation account, second, partners capital account. So, under partners capital, this is the final balance of A, B, including say transfer to the new balance sheet. So, this is the second step. Under admission and retirement, you have to prepare the new balance sheet. So, this is the new balance sheet of a partnership firm. So, you know the balance sheet is an statement. Balance sheet is an statement prepared with the help of the assets and liabilities. So, this is horizontal balance sheet, horizontal, vertical. You know the balance sheet format, horizontal we have and vertical. So, this is a horizontal type of balance sheet. So, balance sheet, this new balance sheet prepared with the help of old balance sheet, prepared with the help of old balance sheet along with the adjustment, For example, liability side, liabilities and asset side. So it's clear that this new balance sheet prepared with the help of a old balance sheet along with the adjustment. So adjustments compulsory should be entered and should be revised 2 times. That is, first under revaluation account or partners capital account, and again in the new balance sheet. So liability side, so these liabilities how we are preparing with the help of old balance sheet. First creditors. So creditors, if you get any discount you have to minus discount you have to minus here. So this is adjustment. Discount on creditors recorded under revaluation account credit side, and again one more time we have to revise that discount we have to minus. Next bills payable, if no adjustment directly we can write the amount in the outer column. So next outstanding expenses. Outstanding expenses, the expenses which has not paid by the firm, that has to be paid. What the partners has to pay, that is a liability. So this liability we have to record. So this adjustment first will be going to record under revaluation account debit side, and again under a new balance sheet. Next capitals of partners. Capitals. So as per the second step, so whatever we get the balance under partners capital account, that capitals we have to record. For example, A, B and C are partners, so their capitals we have taken. So this is liabilities. So this liabilities, bills payable, outstanding expenses, and even a BOD. So bank loan. So bank loan also is a liability. So bank loan. So if you get any adjustment on bank loan, that is outstanding interest. So interest first recorded under revaluation account debit side, and again here we have to add here. So you know the bank loan paid along with the interest here. So the repayment of bank loan will be paid along with the interest. So this is about the liabilities. So liabilities, these liabilities we have to record with the help of old balance sheet only. Liabilities, whatever will get the liability side, same you have to record along with the adjustment, except capital, general reserve, profit and loss. General reserve, profit and loss we have recorded under partners capital account, that is related to the partners. Then capitals, same which has given in the old balance sheet, capitals also we have recorded under partners capital account, but the final balance what we got in the second step, balance carried on, balance brought down. So this is brought down of a second step, partners capital account, so balance of partners. Next the asset side. So asset side, case 1, case 2, goodwill case 1. So this is case 1 and 2. You know, case 1, goodwill brought in the form of cash and goodwill withdrawn. So the cases, cash write it in inner column, cash or bank balance, cash or bank. Next add C's capital, that is new partners capital. Next again add goodwill. So if it is goodwill withdrawn, you have to minus, less if goodwill withdrawn. and final balance in outer column. Suppose if you are preparing cash or bank account, so final balance whatever you will get in cash or bank account, so that we can record it. Suppose if you are not preparing separate cash or bank account, so directly we can show this adjustment in the new balance sheet. Cash which is given in the old balance sheet, and these are the the cash is coming to a business. So these are the capital and goodwill, the sources of cash. So total cash in outer column. Next, other assets. For example, fixed assets. Fixed assets. If you get appreciation should be added. If you get depreciation should be minus. Depreciation you have to deduct and appreciation you have to add. Next, other current assets, debtors. So debtors, write it in the inner column. If you get any adjustment, that is RBD, PBD, you have to minus, then outer column. So see, assets we have taken. So how we have taken? With the help of old balance sheet, all assets we have taken from old balance sheet along with the adjustment. Then if any additional information like prepaid expenses, so prepaid expenses, once again we have to record the asset side. So prepaid expenses, in first step revaluation account will record credit side, and again prepaid expenses one more time you have to revise in the new balance sheet. So this is the way to prepare a new balance sheet. So once again I will repeat. So this is the third step under admission and retirement of a partner. So this new balance sheet prepared with the help of old balance sheet along with the adjustment. So old balance sheet we have to revise along with the adjustment. And finally, after recording all the assets and liabilities and adjustments, so balance should get the equal amount, that is assets and liabilities should be tallied. So this is about the third step of a partnership form, that is new balance sheet.